because we're saying yes to this, which means we're saying no to scratching more lottery tickets during prospecting time. Hey, it's Kelly Donahue Piro here for a 3-minute video all on producer time management. This video is part of our blog series on producer time management. We highly recommend you go check out the blog. In addition, so exciting, we're in the launch of our Apex commercial sales training course. So you can get that either through our school, you can purchase it outright or subscribe. You can get it virtually. So we do it all with you live on Zoom meetings or in person. Such an awesome opportunity. You can check out the blog for additional ways to purchase. Today, we're talking a little bit about how producers sometimes chase prospects that they shouldn't, and this is totally destroying producer time. Lots of things happen. A couple common scenarios might be, you get a referral from a current customer that's not a great fit, but you feel because it's a referral, because, it's a good customer, we have to dive in and take care of it. And you spend hours upon hours and don't really yield a great customer in the end. So out of obligation, we start destroying our time. Or we're not on track with our sales goals. So when you're not on track with your sales goals, you sort of set desperation mode. So anybody with a pulse that wants a quote, we dive into. And this is also a really dangerous trap for producers to fall into. Or we fall into the friend zone with a prospect. We really like them. They're nice. They're sweet. I want to help them. And it blows up all of our time. You have to remember our job and our goal in sales is to sell the most that we can and hit our potential. So when we start getting into these time traps with prospects, it starts blowing up our opportunities. So we want to give you some solid strategies here on how you can manage that scenario, because it is hard. It's not something that's really easy. The first step that you want to have is just really clear guidelines. What are you writing? And there could be what the agency's writing. And then there's also additional ones of what you want to be focused on. Now, if it's not your cup of tea, there's probably other producers you can send it to. But you need to have upfront clear guidelines. And these are non-negotiables. This isn't even if it's the owner's cousin that needs help. It's non-negotiables. We don't write it if it doesn't fall in these categories. Now, for a lot of agencies, they have what we call some agency standards, but they're extreme, right? So they're like the bottom 10% of leads. I'm encouraging us to maybe go up to the bottom third or 25%. That we just know aren't going to be a great fit. And remember, bad lead, bad client, which means that we're going to have to service them in the long run. So have a very clear front guidelines. That way you can professionally say, hey, based on what you're shared, I don't think we're the best fit for you, but let me point you in the right direction. That is a professional thing to do. Remember, clarity is kind. So when we're clear upfront with a prospect, they're appreciative of it. Next, you also have to practice the walk away. In your sales team meetings, you want to practice how a producer can walk away from an opportunity professionally. Now, you practice that 5 or 6 times, the first time you have to deliver it will be far easier. I know all producers love role playing, right? No, there's a couple weirdos out there that do, and I'm one of them. But the more you practice in a safe setting, the easier it is in a live setting. It won't feel nearly as awkward, feel more polished. You won't have all the feels associated with it. Next, if we're in the gray area, like it's on the cusp of qualifying, you need to also identify it's on the cusp, but how much time are we going to spend on it? I'm going to ask you, if you're thinking it's gray area, put a timer on 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I'm going to devote 20 minutes. And if at the end of 20 minutes, it's crystal clear what I need to do with it, great. If at the end of 20 minutes, it is not crystal clear, we're still kind of going on a wild goose chase, it's time to abandon mission. This is your sort of insurance policy on the things that aren't exact, okay? And the last part is get disciplined. If you are a disciplined sales professional, this gets easier. When we are not a disciplined sales professional, that's when our time goes sucked into things that are below our pay grade. So be disciplined, hold your values, and then you have to be thinking, how much do I want to make every hour? And then back our way into this. This goes into how do you hit your sales goals? How do you maximize your potential? And by us spending time on the wrong things like leads and prospects that don't fit, we're literally destroying our time because we're saying yes to this, which means we're saying no to scratching more lottery tickets during prospecting timeframes. Definitely check out our new Apex sales course at Commercial Sales. I think it's an awesome tool. It's led up by Heath, Sharon, the mayor. So check it out, and we look forward to seeing you and continue reading this blog all on how producers can manage their time. There's a few other 3-minute videos I might be able to catch your attention in. Take care, everybody.